Grand Rising. Today I want to talk about how to know that you spiritually changed. How to know that you spiritually changed. If you do enjoy self-love and spiritual development videos, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to upload videos every Thursday. Imagination creates all reality. So now let's talk about a couple of ways to know that your self-love, your manifestation techniques, your spiritual mindset. I'm going to talk about a couple ways so you can actually know that you have changed. You're starting to create new habits now. So these new habits are aligned with your desires. So you're no longer thinking of lack. You're thinking of an abundance mindset. So your new habits are dealing or aligning with abundance and more opportunities. So your new habits are not coming from a person that's hurt, a person that's in pain, a person that's depressed, a person that has anxiety, because you know that is just a state of consciousness. So if you love yourself enough and you focus on the things that you do want, then those things will fall like rotten apples. But if you keep occupying them and you don't love yourself, you're going to become that rotten apple yourself. Are you with me? So now you're creating these new habits. Reflect on those new habits because you can see that you're coming from a person who was hurt. And now you're not hurt anymore. You're loving yourself. You're making these spiritual changes. So you're beginning to imagine and visualize, script, speak positive words of affirmation about yourself, and it actually feels good, right? So that's one way to know that you made changes in your life because you're creating these new habits. Another way to know that you've changed is your response. If something bad happens to you, your response isn't the same. You're coming from a person who has more wisdom, a person who loves themselves, and a person who understands the spiritual law that if you occupy something negative, you're going to get more of that. And if you occupy your mindset with something positive, you'll get more of that. So your reaction is different. If you get a flat tire, okay, so what? Maybe it saved you from a massive accident, right? So now your reaction is completely different. This is how you know that you've changed, okay? So once you begin to change, then your outer world will also begin to change, and you don't have to respond to those negative things because everything's coming from your mind. So if you've altered your mindset to think positive in all situations, then you're only going to encounter positive situations because as you believe, it is done unto you. Again, as you believe, it is done unto you. So whenever you react to something and you believe that that is the worst thing that can happen, you're going to get more of that. And it's going to happen again and again and again until you realize that these things are happening for you, your greater good, your highest good. Forgiving becomes a lot easier. So Neville Goddard teaches us that everybody's yourself pushed out. So your state of consciousness determines how people are going to react to you. So if you're in a bad mood and you wake up in the morning and say today's going to be a bad day, you're going to come across people that are going to give you a bad day. So when you understand that everything's coming from you, then you can actually forgive people easier. And it doesn't become easy overnight, but it does become easier over time. So when you understand that maybe your parents are not in your life right now, it's because of you, because you have a negative mindset. So this energy is telling them to push away. It's telling them to stay away from you because you have a desire. You have a desire to be around them, but your mindset, your thoughts, your emotions are saying something completely different. So if you truly want to be around your family, ask yourself, how would I feel if I had a loving family around me that I could spend time with and do fun things and enjoy my life with? That feeling, that good feeling that you get, is the feeling that you should embody. So if you're having a hard time forgiving, you haven't changed. If you're able to forgive others easily and not hold it against them, then you've changed because you realize that there's only one consciousness, one body of water. We are all individualized, but there's not two gods. There's not two imaginations. There's only one power, and that power is within you. So learning to forgive other people shows a state of mind that you are wiser now. So whenever you begin to feel different, whenever you wake up and you start speaking different, today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a great day. I deserve it. And then you don't feel guilty about saying that, you know you've changed. Because in the past, you were too afraid to say, I'm going to have a good day, because you didn't feel that you were worthy of it. You felt guilty about it. But now that you have changed and you're not the same person, you feel different. Your cells have changed. So remember that where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. So now that your mind changed and you've changed, your feet, your body will start going into a different direction. So you're going to start seeing opportunities. Now, if you still have some work to do, keep doing the work. This is a lifetime journey. You're not going to fix everything overnight, but you can fix things on the way to your greatness, on the way to the top. So in order for you to change, if you feel like you haven't made the change, begin to see yourself having these lovely things every single night. So you can begin with your health, wealth. You deserve abundance. Don't be afraid. Love. You deserve to love yourself. And if you want to be in a loving relationship, you can have that too. Perfect self-expression. You have a gift. You're holding back. Do not hold back. So whenever you begin to change spiritually, you understand that you have to let people know about your gift. So this could be a service. You're making people's lives easier. It could be a product. You're making somebody else's life easier. Again, it could be knowledge. It could be entertainment. Whatever you desire to do it. So whenever you help yourself, you're actually helping others around you. Do not be afraid of abundance, because you can hire people and give them a job which puts food on their table, and it helps them pay bills. You can help homeless people. You can help your family, your friends. Maybe they have an expensive hospital bill and they need your assistance. That's okay. But before you do all that, understand that you have to love yourself and you have to change spiritually. So your imagination is spiritual sensation, and you are a spiritual being. So in order to change spiritually, you must change your imagination. So this means you must change everything that's going on in your subconscious mind. So your conscious mind will plant the seeds to your subconscious. And the easiest way to do this is right before bed. So when you go to bed tonight, find a loving thought, a loving imaginal scene, a loving feeling about yourself. You begin to occupy this by asking yourself, how would I feel if I were this person? How would I feel if I had this? And you do this on a nightly basis. So if you look at athletes, if you look at bodybuilders, they didn't have these changes overnight. If you look at Kobe Bryant, he would shoot 2,000 shots per day, maybe more. So after 20 years, you can imagine how perfect, how smooth, how accurate he was because he practiced. But this is 20 years. So now you may be saying, well, I don't want to do this for 20 years. Well, this is a lifetime journey because you are a manifester. You're always manifesting because you always have awareness. That's your gift. Anything that you imagine in your life that you don't want, you can remove that by imagining something that you do want. And when you begin to do this with habitual manner, then you know you've changed spiritually, because the only thing that exists, the only reality, is your consciousness. So your consciousness is the most important thing that you will ever come across. This is the only thing that you will ever find to be with you forever. Materialistic things come and go, but your consciousness, that's going to be with you forever. So in order for you to make permanent spiritual changes, you must begin to plant the seed. And you do this every single night. So before you go to bed every single night, make sure you imagine lovely things that you desire. And this is going to help you spiritually change to have everything that you desire. But the choice is always yours. Where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. Make sure to stay tuned towards the end of this video. I do have 2 amazing recommended videos for you to watch. Life is good. If you did like this video and it resonates with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Go out there and use your gifts and make life happen. Peace.